Pisces, and welcome to Mountain Medicine Tarot. This is Mindy Lou Mayhew here, coming to you to show you this framework, which we are going to go back, within, up, and forward. So this right here is your past. This right here is looking within. Then we go up, which is your universal knowing, and then forward. So I'll explain why there's scribbles on that card in just a second. So when we go to your past, oh my goodness, this card is coming out for seriously everyone. This is all about personal transformation, personal reflection, and finding out all of those parts of yourself. This should be coming out full-fledged and into the world with no questions asked. So new abilities that goes along with this idea that there's parts of yourself that you don't even know yet, and the world needs to know those parts of you. So your job is to be locking into and tapping into these abilities that are your personal medicine and flaunting them fully and wholeheartedly. And then we have this shawl, and I love this. This is returning home, it says, and it is about shielding yourself with the power of the earth. So you can tell that this looks kind of like some shoulders right here. There's a little shawl, and it's kind of about, this is the placement right here, is that place of within, where we just kind of retract a little bit, we come into ourselves, we find our new abilities that is within ourselves, our own inner workup. And it's this idea of being grounded and kind of cocooning into this inner space where we can be fully ourselves and learn a lot about yourself when you are in a space of being grounded with the earth and using the earth to your advantage like that. This is signed by Chief Orville Looking Horse. He is the keeper of the White Buffalo Calf Pipe, which is what this is. This is said to be the first pipe, and it's of the Lakota Sioux people reservation, and Orville Looking Horse has it. He is a very good spiritual teacher. Go ahead and look him up. It's ARVOL, Looking Horse. The pipe is all about inner peace, because what people would do is take the pipe and go to a secret space that's all their own, and then put tobacco or some other sacred herb in the pipe, and then contemplate their own prayers and what it is that they are asking the universe for. So it's a very connected thing, and it's a very sacred, singular thing as well. So a lot of the energy has been the same across the board for everybody at this space of the end of the year. I'm thinking maybe it's just because 2018 is going to be such a big year for transformation. I think we're entering a new age. Could be the age of Pisces, actually, but it's going to be a transformational energy in 2018, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, perfect. So your next step or your action is to tap into source energy. So you can see there's just kind of like a gap in the shawl here, or the deer skin that's hanging, and it represents meditation and going into that space of the mysterious, because higher knowing is really important. So I'm feeling like tapping into meditation and doing the outer work as well as the inner work is really beneficial, because these are exact opposites. We have the earth and we have the sky, and we have feminine energy and we have masculine energy. We have the right brain and the left brain. It's duality, it's perfection, it's yin and yang. So make sure you are doing that work with that in mind, of that separation between male action, analytics, statistics, left brain, and then the more feminine, emotional, past experiences, inner self, grounding work, and the difference between the two is so astounding, and it's so beautiful when we're able to distinct between the two and be very conscious of when we're in female space and be very conscious when we're in masculine space, because masculine is all about manifesting and asking for more and gaining and action steps and logical statistics and strategic mind. And then the feminine is like the oracle. It's all about tapping into your special abilities and your specific medicine. And then the pipe is kind of about merging the two together and becoming one with that balance. So once the balance is in place, the meditation can happen. So we have this idea of duality, and once the duality is complete and we feel aligned completely, that's when meditation can happen, which is very much recommended at this point. That is your action step, is to move forward with meditation. So when we go into the past here, illumination is coming, which just means messages coming from the divine, possibly about your inner workup and the things that are making you truly who you are. And then we have personal space, so maybe a little bit of boundaries. This is the space of here, which is the forward movement. It's kind of like this Aries energy. And then this card is the space of here, which is to give yourself that boundary in order to kind of lock yourself down and to give yourself the space that you need in order to grow. So we have kind of this duality here where like the east is here and then the south is there. So it makes it kind of interesting when we're doing these wheels. But communication is key, and that just means being open with yourself. Take your spiritual knowing, your inner knowing, and apply it to the outer world as much as your inner world. And then creating yourself some space in order to create, maybe to make some art and have that open, free-flowing, what goes around comes around. You don't have to force anything. Nothing feels forced. This is very flowy energy to me, which can sometimes be a downfall of Pisces, because sometimes Pisces can get walked on. Oh my goodness. East, south, west. How interesting. Okay, we've had a lot of really weird dualities like that happen this month. So again, creativity, recuperation, kind of hunkering down, giving yourself that time to do the meditation work and also do the grounding work, which is just taking care of your body. Make sure you're giving yourself good food. Make sure that you are replenishing your body and your intuition as well, your energy. You need to reserve your energy. And I feel like that's been universal. Everybody just needs to take December off. And prepare for 2018. So I feel like 2018 is just going to be insane. Okay, so then we have South again. All right, so partnerships. Cool. So maybe when we tap into this universal energy and we decide on what it is that we want, a partner is coming in. We have the place of love. Well, that is really amazing. I hope that does happen, so that if you are single, then there's a love that's coming in on 2018. All right, we have gentleness. So I feel like there's a transformation going on. Just be really gentle with yourself. Don't say mean things inside of your head. Make sure you keep very close tabs on what you're saying to yourself, especially when you're going through transformation and when you're assessing your past experiences. It's very important to treat yourself kind, and that means taking care of yourself in all ways. All right, and then we have loyalty. Very cool. So I think that might be something that you're thinking about, maybe from your past experiences, or loyalty, openness, and personal space. So maybe you've kind of have locked down a little bit and not allowed more people in because you've not been able to trust in the past. Because we have trust and loyalty right there next to each other. So I would say if that's something that you've been scared of, I wouldn't be, because I feel like there is a new love or partnership coming in. If you're still in a relationship, it is possible that it can be the same person. I'm not sure. We'll have to do a personal reading. So these flew out. Let's see what we have. Beaver, which is the builder. Buffalo, who represents abundance. And action, which is the antelope. So, all right. So those all flew out in this higher knowing space. So I feel like this might be somebody that you're looking for. Maybe love is something that's really been in your sights, because we have trust and loyalty that's kind of been on the mind inside your inner workup. Then we have this builder here, like a provider, the house, the home, and then we have Buffalo, which is just a solidification of anything is available to you and abundance is everywhere. So you don't need to be validated by any specific person. I feel like it's very important for you to have that reassurance from others, and it actually comes from great mystery. It comes from the gap between past and future, the present moment, which is all time and space in one consciousness. So, so the action needing to take place actually has a lot more to do with yourself than it does with other people. So I just wouldn't give too much of your power away to others. Look within yourself for what's to come. Oh, yeah. Because we have this spider, and spiders are one of the coolest medicine because they're about creation. And they formed the first letter of the alphabet because of the triangle in the letter A. It's because of this here. So it's about the web of life. You create your own web, you create your own home, kind of have this builder and home. So I think there is some thoughts around the home and around being taken care of in a way. At the bottom of the deck here we have the ant, which is like a little worker working really hard for a specific outcome, and the medicine there is patience and also community. So I'm thinking maybe family is on the mind. And then on the bottom of this one, we have the medicine wheel, which is what we're doing right here. And it just says that everything is constantly moving. So it just says not to get attached to any specific outcome. So, and then we have wisdom here, which is the space of the east, and that's all about the next action step. So it's about universal law. You get what you think about, and you are open to learning and sharing your ideas. So I just feel like you need to trust the process, because in enough time you will get what you want. And then we have here, all right, this is a celestial toad, kind of silly, but he's a toad who is, I love amphibians and reptiles because they're in between worlds. They go in between the dark and the light. They go in between the water and the land. So it's kind of like this universal number one. It's all about creation and tapping into... Oh, reading this upside down. Maybe if I turned it around. A heightened state of awareness, the left brain with mother energy. Okay, yeah, so we've got male and female coming together. The dimensional travel for new information. So it's traveling within realms. And that's kind of the same here because eagles fly so high that when they disappear, they are going into the spiritual realm and they come back with messages. So that is the message of this space right here, which is this forward movement and like knowing what to do next. So, in order to get to that point, first off, you have to do the meditation work, the upward movement work, and rather than focusing on what you want, focus on what you should be listening to. So I feel like loyalty and trust is so much on your mind that you are forgetting about your own creation story. So be gentle with yourself. I feel like past relationships have failed you miserably, but you can remember that what actually matters is your own belief systems. So this right here is the great spiral. Galaxies move in a spiral. Our own personal makeup is a spiral. Everything goes around and around until we continue to learn lessons. And so the lesson is not actually that we need to not trust anybody or that we should be relying only on loyalty. It's more to do with what we believe to be true in our heart. And let's see what the next one is, because I think it has a lot more to do with you than it does with others. Yeah, so this is the spirit canoe. It's the canoe that says where you're going and where you're headed. And it's a spiritual journey. So it's kind of about the concentration, the movement being very specific. Let me find... Let me read Spirit Canoe, because I think it's important. Let's see what's on the bottom here. Okay, Cosmic Egg. So this one is kind of like a little atom, and it's important because it's this beginning. It's like the step even before the beginning. So it's creation energy. We have creation here as well. Oh, that probably makes sense because that card goes here next to this web. So the atom, the web, love is definitely on the mind, and I feel like it's coming. Just be patient and understand that it's way more about your spiritual journey, and when you're ready, the right thing will come. So the Spirit Canoe card advises you to remember that your journey is unique and important. Your life will take you through turbulence and whirlpools, through storm and calm. We're all seekers in the voyage of discovery. Do not let your boat drift into the waters of angst and indifference. Point your prow in the direction of spiritual wisdom. Have a venturesome attitude and firm resolve. Go relentlessly into the furthest reaches of your heart and soul. Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of, like, you're here to do big things. And so those are things that you need to be concentrated on way more so than kind of this dependency on this builder and this home provider and the love aspect. And it will come. It's something that you are deserving of and that you do need for yourself. It's just not now. I feel like the timing will come. But for right now, concentrate on the earth. Concentrate on doing the grounding work. Do grounding exercises, grounding meditations, maybe fall asleep to some meditations. Do the dream journal stuff. And if it's a man or a woman that you want to attract into your life or more love from that man or woman into your life, just journal more about it and practice your manifestation power, because I feel like source energy is on your side. There's just different things that you need to create and build with these energies here before that day comes. So this cosmic egg we're going to go into just a little bit. It begins the quest for life and beauty. Cosmic egg is the life fulfilling its purpose. Our impediments are an illusion. Spread your feathered serpent wings and fly up to touch the highest sky. If Cosmic Egg card is before you in your reading, pause and think about what is incubating. So what it is that you truly want. What is the design for your future? Conceptual models of peace, plenty, cooperation, love, and understanding are taught by all the world's religions. The human collective of Earth must strive to realize these teachings. Humanity is incubating and projecting its collective thought forms. Right now, the human projection is gestating for its next wave of actualization. It is imperative we embrace the spiritual teachings of the ages. Yeah, you have some work to do, Pisces, as far as like a global transformation process. And come 2018 is going to be a time for you to create something like huge, either in your career or having to do with like spiritual transformation. I feel like you're just going to wake up one day and just know whatever that is, and it's as long as you stay grounded and stay loving yourself, and then just let the other stuff go for a minute. Just don't be concentrating so much on the love, because it's coming. It's just going to come in its own divine timing, so you can't force it. So you might as well take the messages that you do receive and just make sure that you're doing the creation. You have something to create. So, I mean, like a book to write, or like a class to teach, or something very big to offer the world, especially coming up in 2018. So, speaking of that, the way to work with me is to connect with me on Facebook, because I'm going to launch a spiritual transformation month, which is going to be a group program where we take this framework and go through it step by step throughout the month of December. And this will be week 1. We worry about the past and what's going on, and then we will do the inner work on the 2nd week, and then the 3rd week we understand higher knowing, and then on the 4th week is going to be this action step and to prepare you for the action, which starts 2018. And it's going to be such a big year that I just feel like we should be collaborating and making it the biggest creation idea that we can. So get with me on that. It's just at facebook.com/groups/mountain medicine mindset, because we just want to be on that free-flowing mindset where we just don't worry about what's coming in or out of our journey. We just pedal on. Keep going on the little spirit canoe. I know these are so small, but it's just a little canoe. And create. And that is such a good message, you guys. I love this message for you. Just create with whatever it is that you intend. I feel like you might need to fine-tune that a little bit. If relationships weren't an issue, then what else would it be that you concentrate on? And then let's just kind of tap into that. And I think once we do that, we're going to tap into, because if you want to be an artist, or you want to date an artist, but then you're hanging out at football fields, that doesn't make sense. You won't attract the person that you want. So if you want to attract somebody who is this, and this, get specific on that. I want an artist who has a like a bun and big muscles, or you know, whatever it is, and get specific on that so that the universe can respond to you. And then whatever aspects it is that they are going to concentrate on, then you just mirror that by transforming yourself into the person who would be standing next to them. So if that has been your focus, then just transform your inner work, because I just feel like there's a lot to be done to make sure that you are at that point, and then it will come in divine timing. So I hope this helps. Follow the link to go to that Facebook group. That's the way to work with me. It's going to be $97 until Black Friday. That's my Black Friday sale for the group. It's going to be 30 days of working with me. So instead of just getting one reading, you get 30 days of collaboration with me and other like-minded people who are on the transition team for 2018. So it's going to be a pretty big deal. We're going to be making leaps and bounds. So I hope to see you there. But if not, I will hope to do more of these for the first of the month, and hopefully I will see you the first of next month. Thank you.